Beautiful Flowers by Doug Creamer. My wife and I both love daylilies. About 20 years ago, we went out to Godley's one day to see what he had for our first venture into daylilies. Well, we were picking some out, and here comes a truck with a brand new load of blooming, beautiful daylilies, just like you see here in the field. Well, we picked out some gorgeous daylilies and went home and planted them. Of course, when it came time to move, we weren't leaving those daylilies behind, so we had to dig them up, take some starts with us to our new home. When we got to our new home and planted the daylilies, and naturally, we picked up some more when we lived in the second house. When it came time to move from our second house, you know what we did? We dug up some more daylilies, just like you're looking at. Well, when we finally arrived here at this house, we had quite a collection of daylilies we had to work into our yard and get planted. But we have, through the years, we've gone to, more daylily farms and picked out other ones in other places too. We've had quite a time picking up some daylilies. We're planning to travel to see my mother-in-law soon, and when we're visiting her, we're planning to take her to a daylily farm, just like you see in the picture there. Beautiful farm. To go and pick out some more daylilies. Naturally, my mother-in-law, she's got quite a collection too. Well, about 4 or 5 years ago, we found a daylily farm close to our own home here in Salisbury. There's these two sweet little ladies that run this daylily farm, and my wife and I naturally picked out a few daylilies while we were there. Well, these two ladies, they got started the same way we did. They just picked up a daylily here, a daylily there, picked up 2 or 3 here, 2 or 3 there. Before you knew it, they had a field full of daylilies, and that's why they're selling daylilies now. Well, the other day, my wife was driving by their home, and she saw a sign yard. She couldn't quite make out exactly what the sign said from the road, so sent me over there to find out what the sign was all about. You can imagine, I drove down there, and what do I see? A sign that says free daylilies. Well, I gotta find out what that's all about. So I talked to the lady and asked her what was going on. Well, she said she was getting a little older and she really didn't have the time and energy to keep up all those daylilies she had in the field. So she was going to give them all away. I couldn't believe it. So, you know what had happened? My wife and I, we had to go over there and start digging daylilies. We went into a field just like you're looking at there, and we started digging. We dug up quite a few daylilies. Came home, got out to tiller and tilled up a area close to my vegetable garden and got those daylilies planted. And you can imagine, we went back another night, got some more. So I had to dig up some more yard to put more daylilies in. But we're really excited about them. And we really enjoy our daylilies every time we go out there and go look at them every day that they come out. When you think about it, daylilies, they're just so beautiful. But each blossom only lasts for just one day. And that's it. It's a very brief life. In a way, if you think about it, life here on earth in comparison to eternity is a lot like a daylily. We have a very short time to bloom, to let the world see what God has done in us. I mean, if you think about it, we live about 80 years. The first few were toddlers and had to be taken care of, and sometimes the last few is very similar. But it's a time in between that we get an opportunity to bloom, like these beautiful daylilies you're seeing. And it's our chance to leave our mark on the world. I realize that we're saved by grace, not by works. But I also know that God rewards those who do good works for His kingdom. I want to be a man of honor, a man who lives to please my Father in heaven. I want my life's bloom to reflect the glory of my Father in heaven. That means that I need to walk and want to walk with integrity, not only when people can see me, but in private too. I believe the best way to make beautiful blooms for God is to spend time with Him and allow His Word to become alive in me. I believe His Word is where we get the strength to make the beautiful blooms of our lives. I also believe it's important to listen for His voice, so I can know where He wants me to be and what He wants me to do. If I'm a willing and obedient vessel for God, He can do amazing things through me. I can't even imagine what He can do through me. I can produce beautiful blooms for Him. I want to encourage you to consider the brevity of life and the legacy you're leaving behind. Are you blooming for God? Are you fulfilling your purpose for this short time that we have here on earth? If we live life from an eternal perspective, we are merely a daylily that has a short time to bloom and have an impact on our world. I'm convinced that heaven will be a beautiful place to live, especially when you consider daylilies be blooming for 1,000 years at a time. Have a great day.